Welcome to Sir Win's Accounting Lectures. Today, magkakaroon tayo ng pen and paper video problem solving patungkol sa Lecture 02, Accounts Receivable. Actually, nasa description ng mismong video lecture na ito yung problem under discussion. Kung gusto mong sagutan ng solo at balikan ang lecture na ito kapag tapos ka na, mas mabuti. Kasi ang accounting ay natututunan not by mere listening but actually by you doing the problem solving. Pero kung may sagot ka na nga, simulan na natin. Again, Lecture 02, Accounts Receivable. And here is our problem. Assume the following data for Annalyn Sevilla Company. So given yung mga information required. Compute for the receivable balance on the date of sale and the net cash collection on October 20, 2024. So ngayon, atin na munang alamin magkano ba yung i-record na accounts receivable nung date of sale, which is October 5, 2024. So yan. So ang ibinigay dito is list price of merchandise sold. Pag sinabi nating list price, ito yung presyo na unang ibinigay nung nagbebenta. Hindi ibig sabihin yan mismo yung accounts receivable na i-record natin. Kasi nga, siya yung unang presyo. Okay? Ano ba ang mga nangyari? Ang sabi sa problem, there is a trade discount. Trade discount is tawaran. So, mababawasan yung sales price. Okay? So, we have here, first, trade discount. Sapagkat dalawa ang ibinigay na trade discount dito, we have here 10% and 20%. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Doon sa presyo na 200,000, tumawad muna ng 10%. So i-reduce natin ang 10% ng 200,000. So 200,000, okay, times 0.1, we will get 20,000. Ayan. So we have here the balance. Ang receivable mo na ngayon is 180,000. Pero anong nangyari? Tumawad pa ulit siya ng 20%. So therefore, this is what we call second trade discount, which is 20%. Saan na ngayon nakabase yung tawad niya na 20%? Hindi na dun sa original na list price na 200,000, but rather, ang discount na ngayon ay nakabase dun sa 180,000. Kasi nga, tumawad na siya kanina. So again, ito na po yung binabanggit natin, 180,000 times 20%, yan yung pangalawang tawad na nagawa niya, 36,000. Therefore, dito na lalabas yung tinatawag na invoice price. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng invoice price comparing with the list price? Di ba ang invoice, yan yung dokumentong ginagamit. Let's say in this case, sales invoice. So ito ngayon yung nare-record sa libro natin. Siya yung nagiging account title na accounts receivable na sales kasi nga siya yung nailagay dun sa dokumento, dun sa invoice. So ito yung totoong naging presyo ng transaction. 180,000 minus yung pangalawang tawad na 36,000. The answer would be 144,000. So yan, na-consider na po natin itong trade discount. Tingnan pa natin yung ibang mga information. Okay? We have here sales discount. Ito naman yung discount na ginagawa to encourage prompt payment or early payment. So yun ay may effect lamang dun sa date of collection. Pero ang tanong pa lang naman dun sa number 1 ay receivable sa date of sale. So mamaya natin yan i-consider yung sales discount. And then we have here invoice price of items returned. Malamang nangyari yan after the sale. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng isauli ng bentahan. Kasi na namang dapat hindi na binili. Okay, so therefore, later pa rin natin itong i-consider. And then ito na nga yung date. And we have here the freight. Freight cost is 2,000. Okay? Well, the freight term is FOB shipping point and freight prepaid. So what does it mean? Who will shoulder the freight? Kapag ka FOB shipping point, the ownership is transferred on the date of shipment. At kung sino ang may-ari ng date of shipment, siya dapat ang mag-record ng freight. So, point of shipment na kay buyer na. Kasi syempre, ibebenta mo pa lang, di ba? Shipping point nga eh. Therefore, sino ang dapat na magbayad ng freight? The answer is the buyer. We are the seller nga pala. Si Annalyn yung seller. And then the term is freight prepaid. Ito naman yung sa cash payment. When we say prepaid, bago umalis, binayaran mo na yung cash. Kasi nga, prepaid. May prepayment. So, in effect, sino ang nagbayad ng cash? Ang sagot, si Annalyn. Pero sino dapat ang magbayad ng freight? Diba? Dapat ay si buyer. Pero binayaran ni Annalyn. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Kukolektahin din ni Annalyn yung additional 2,000 na yun kay buyer. Kasi nga, dapat, di ba, si buyer ang magbayad kasi nga FOB shipping point. Kaso nga lang, inabunuhan muna. Prepaid kasi yung usapan. That's why, we have to adhere the freight as your receivable to the buyer on the date of sale. Assuming, same date yan. So ngayon, to answer the question number 1, how much is the receivable as of the date of sale, which is October 5, 2024? The answer would be 144,000 plus the 5,000 freight. So the total would be 149,000. Okay? That is the answer to number 1. Let's go to number 2. Compute for the net cash collection on October 20. Hindi ba't ang AR balance mo nung October 5, 2024, nire-write ko lang po, is 149,000. Ano ang mga nangyari? There is a return. Di ba binanggit dito merong return? Okay? Na 10,000. So we have to deduct this what we call sales return sapagkat hindi niya yun babayaran. Okay? Ang tanong, ito bang 10,000 na imaminus na natin ng buo? The answer is yes, because ang sabi dun sa return is at invoice price. Hindi naman sinabi na yung 10,000 is at list price eh. But rather ang binanggit yung invoice price na itself. So minus 10,000. Okay? Ano pa ang i-less natin dito? Hindi ba't meron ng effect itong tinatawag naman na sales discount? Okay? Ngayon, kailan ba siya nagbayad? Hindi ba't October 20? That is 15 days after the date of sale. So kung titingnan natin yung credit terms, papasok siya, yung discount ay dito, hindi na doon sa 310 kasi nga nakalampas na ng 10 days. Di ba ang 10 days ng October 5 ay October 15? So wala ng 3% discount. But rather, papasok siya doon sa 15 days kasi sakto. Therefore, pwede pa siyang magkaroon ng 2% discount. So anong gagawin natin? Hindi ba't yung invoice price ng produkto is 144,000? Okay? 144,000. Tapos, nagkaroon ng return na 10,000. Okay? So, minus 10,000 kasi hindi naman madidiscountan yung isinauli. Therefore, the remaining invoice price is 134,000. At ang sabi po ng problem, merong 2% discount. So, we have to less the 2% discount. And that is 2,680. So, yan po yung ating ima-minus doon. Siya nga pala, as we can observe, di ba yung receivable is 149,000? Hindi naging ganito ang computation, ipapakita ko lang, pero hindi ganito yung naging sagot. 149,000 yung receivable, nagsauli ng 10,000. Therefore, the balance is 139,000. And dahil nga may discount na 2%, you will be multiplying that by 2%. So, the answer would be 2,780. Hindi naging ganyan ang computation. Bakit? Hindi kasi pwedeng magkaroon ng discount yung freight. Okay? Ang applicable lamang sa discount, sa sales discount, doon sa ating credit period, ay alin? Yun lamang invoice price. Kasi itong freight, di ba dapat nga ang magbabayad si buyer, pinakisuyuan lamang si Annalyn. And yet, nung moment of payment, biglang nagka-discount pa yung pinakisuyo sa kanya. Napakaswerte ng buyer. Kaya nga, again, ang basis ng discount ay yung invoice price natin, which is 144,000. Okay? 144,000 minus 10,000 kasi may return, then multiply by the 2% sales discount. Okay? So that will be our answer. Meron pa bang ibang information dito? I believe wala na. So kapag ka tinanong how much is a total cash collection, malamang kukolektahin din kasi yung 2,000 dun sa freight kasi kasama pa dun sa 149,000, di ba? Okay, therefore, ang net cash collection is 149,000 minus 10,000 minus 2,680. The answer would be 136,320. Okay, so sa nawa may natutunan ka. So yun lamang at maraming salamat.